better autumn day for football. Let's face it, they perfect. Cowboys, Raiders. This ought to be good. Well, the fans definitely look pumped up and ready for today's game. Both of these teams have some very talented players holding down the safety position. Bring your grid. No question about it, man. Safeties are often middle of the last team to play. These are a lot of great fun. Robertson is extraordinarily talented free safety. He's very skilled at that. He's got the ability to stick to his man and just deny him the ball for the whole game. Running up across the field is another tremendous football player. Roy Williams is a four-ball free safety, ranking among the very best in the game. What's extraordinary about this guy is his stamina. As the game wears on, he gets more and more done. I tell you what, man, both these guys have potential for light up today. Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins. But first, let's toss the ball. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Keeps the opening ticket. Rogers steals it all the way back to the field. They will find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick. The Raiders offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 26-yard line.
Like the stream, everybody. Nice catch, but also a nice move to take the coverage. He owned that matchup. And Peter, that play doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route. He had to beat his man. Couple of the best, and backfield. First down for the line. And gains about 3 yards. Roy Williams with the catch. Receivers line up as the defense set it into the lethal pocket. Josh goes in motion. The whole field starts to open up for him. He moves the ball, and it will be second down. Second down. 6 yards to go. incomplete.
Jim Brown tries to snag that one across the middle, but doesn't happen.
It's complete. That would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that throw. Third and 6. Go back! Go back!
Does it inside. Beautiful play. Here's the extra point. What a takeoff through the uprights. Give that kicker 3 points. The Cowboys will start this first play of the drive at the long 20-yard line. Angel bunch on the play, and that will bring up first down.
Dan, check out all the yards he snarks up here. Yes, snarks. That's an old football term. I tell you what, though, this is a great play. I'll see you, Keyshawn.
Second down, will bring up third down.
Played smart and used his blockers to put section on that.
Move the ball, bring up third down. Interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Raiders are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 46-yard line.
That was in motion.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game. Gets the call again and maybe picks up one on the play.
All right, what did you get? Okay, all right. Hey, we right now, Mr. So fast.
Fourth down, and the field goal hitter is on the field. Janikowski launches the 53-yard attempt and has it sailed just west of the upright.
Seems like we're going to use a butterfly net to bring a high snap down. Watch him adjust here. And he got the kick off, but that's no good. I think a bad snap was back there.
Cowboys were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their 34-yard line.
Incomplete pass.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the
Those are the situations where you want someone to step up and make a play, but no one's there. No trouble getting a feedback after that very disappointing punt. Nice opportunity for this offense.
The Raiders called early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at the 34-yard line. Pocket goes in motion. The 31.
The sack in the backfield. The quarterback had nowhere to go on this one. Let's watch. Yep, the D shut the offense down on that play. They couldn't do anything.
Either they put an end to that play well in the backfield, or they had a really good read on that.
Yeah, all starts with the guys up front. Nobody called it.
Second down coming up. Fleetwood calls in right side. First down.
Racked up 81 yards and one touchdown.
First down with the tight end right. Smart play. The ball's loose, but now he gains control. Good reflexes to recover from that bad play. The head coach is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge it.
Hey, who was challenged? Dallas is challenging the player and possession prior to the
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Well, they without a field to receive their scheduled possession before the match today. Remember, he has to have full control. Just like a catch and more defender than he did, but the green is the original play. The receiver didn't have possession. It is therefore a rule of fumble. Dallas will be charged for playing. Second down.
That will cost them a timeout.
Second and 2. All 48 yards.
And Tony gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 47 with the ball. Third and 2. Ball at the 48 yards. And Nixon first line the ball carrier is for the marker. There was some game there, but not enough for the first. Defensive tackle against the wall, and they roll to the challenge point. They're going up so deep. They have to make a stand here, and they stick together. It will be fourth down.
What a fantastic play. They convert the fourth, and there's some excited faces down there on the field.
Boy, nothing can get like an offense run, a straight play. That's how you get the first.
That's what they got. First down. Wheatley picks up a yard on the way, and that brings up second down.
With the ball.
Plays this way, right?
Second and 9. Ball at the 33.
Third down. And this will be the 8th play of the drive. Lines up for the punt.
Number 84, Nick Martin.
Fleckler takes the long snap and punts it away. The Cowboys have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at the line 30 yards. The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the rest was caught the ball well behind the Finally gets out of bounds at the 31. That will bring up first down. Very Glenn with a towel on that baby. Gets yards, gets the first, and eventually gets out of bounds. A well-designed play there, Peter, and he removed the chain. Great execution.
First and 10.
Incomplete. Now Gibson, and then he got a hand on that football. Left no chance for a reception. That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down. Good denial there. Second down coming up.
Second and 10.
That's a big quick to play on secondary squad. This guy exceeds all the requirements. Third down and 5 wide receivers take the field. Number 1 is ready to block this away. Timothy Cannon did a nice job getting some yards after fielding a solid punt. The Raiders had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 35-yard line. Brown goes in motion. And gains about 3 yards. Second down, 2 receivers to the left. That brings us third down. Smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were able to open up any holes for him. Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down. 50 yards. First down. This game launches this one perfectly, and the team was nowhere to be found. You got that right. Missed coverage all around. Great pass, Peter, and he's having a terrific day so far. Here's that so far. He's got 107 yards and 1 touchdown. In front of him.
extra point. Second down, 4 ball.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Smith kicks it off. Vargas fields the kickoff at the 3.
He's got a nice hit and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Raiders offense will start this drive at their own 26-yard line. Dalvin goes in motion. To 26.
Tyrone Weaver didn't get very far on that last play. He even had the help of some blocking. Trying to get the defense back that number.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get, Dan, but they were hoping for more.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Ball at the Raiders, 26 yards. Jerry Rice has the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He makes his man cold. It's all about spacing your turf.
They're stuck with short passes like that, Peter.
Well, they know the receiver can pick up a few after the catch. They're getting the wiggle room they need.
Pocket goes in motion. Gains about 3 yards.
Got more than crazy. Better run again. With the Raiders, 20 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go. Weekly has his number carried on first down. Randall cleared out 5. Brown didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. And there it is with the kicker. An easy job, and you made a lot of money. What's the difference? They gotta work with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working the side so much.
He was obviously very confident in throwing the ball effectively.
control for themselves without even convincing. For the extra point, and here's the kick return. And that'll do it for quarter number one. Raiders are out in front, 14-7. Here's the signal, and we're ready. Cowboys haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track too. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. And he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Quincy Carter launches this one perfectly, and the D was nowhere to be found.
You got that right. Missed coverage all around.
That's right, Dan. My 6-year-old could cover that pass better.
It's taken them a little time, but they get one of those big tosses to come down right.
They're not going to be afraid to supercharge their passing game if they need to. Quincy Carter is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Looking out, he's got 44 yards and 1 interception.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
And they still get their man. Nice play. Watch this. And it's like 3 was all they needed.
They forced that one backwards, and that's going to make this third down that much to the right sideline, and it's off. Incomplete.
Gary Blaine had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those passes, baby.
Either in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass.
This play was more proof for a third and second people down again. And the one convert, they really hit it.
Well, Peterson, interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at you. And you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Philip Buchanan didn't have much room to work with back there, and the special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 20-yard line.
Billy Blaine ran the play beautifully, smacked that ball down as soon as it got to within reach.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
First and all there.
Second down coming up.
Quickly goes in motion.
Tips it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Second down, one man down. Listen to play. Pass around the scrimmage, and he picks up a couple. It will be first down. Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
I don't know if had blockers on the side on that last play, but the defense was moving one. They gave him nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more.
Second down, both tight ends left. Dolly goes in motion.
Good things happen, especially in the ground game.
A great job to move the ball, get themselves into a third and short situation. This is a critical play for this ground.
Now then, you can just cross forward and make the play. That's how you play sideline to sideline.
Wheatley will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up fourth down.
Roy Williams was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He is dominating today. So far, he's got 9 tackles.
Janikowski with the 42-yard attempt, and his head is There's the signal, and we're ready. This will Cowboys offense has to score here. This drive will start at their own 20-yard line. He connects for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Aaron Glenn takes a single coverage there and was able to get by it for the reception. That's how you draw it up.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Now let's see if he stays on track. It's all about award-winning defense, man. Playing as a team.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense. The Raiders come out on offense and are well ahead. They have another shot to score. It starts this drive at the 20-yard line. Tips it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Altamont Singleton disrupting. He got in there, he smacked that pass over. Great deal.
And has potential for some yards later, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Ball at the 49.
Goes in motion. bring up third down. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to put the information along to you. Cowboys, offensive foul on the field, and it's after a few big plays. They really can't be happy with their passing game because it's tight. The fields are called on this side as they start at their own 9-yard line. Johnson is in motion.
Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 48 yards and 2 interceptions.
They could do anything. Neither he's really gotten next to the quarterback in this game. So far, he's got 2 tackles and 2 sacks. Offense has been effective with the long passes. Will they keep it up? Well, we're going to find out as they start out at the 39-yard line. Intercepted. That's the 24.
Dexter Coker is a monster play for the D. He picks off the ball here and then takes it downfield for a huge gain. Man, you cannot coach that.
That's the third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game. A tough play. I love it. The Cowboys will start this drive all the way down at the 24-yard line. Woodson was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culver has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. The traders have just informed me that he's got a severe headache at the moment. They're tending to him as we speak, but from the looks of it, it may take a while. It's unclear whether he'll be able to get back into this one. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Susie. Second down, and to the left. To the center and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Charles Woodson got himself in prime position to battle away that football before the receiver even had a shot.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their fifth batting ball.
Nice, aggressive move.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. It's the 31-yard attempt.
Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but no circumstance important.
Raiders have turned the ball over the past few times now. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their 32-yard line.
And Brown had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last three passes to him have all been incompletion.
He's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around.
Brown goes in motion. Wheatley gets the call second down with the tight end line. This one will fall incomplete.
Dennis Newman never gave his assignment any wiggle room and was able to prevent a completion. You know, it's all about blanket coverage. And that, my friends, was exactly what we saw back there.
That'll give us a third down, and the defense was ready for that call.
Well played, and a good job of not giving up the short pass. Unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly to give his receivers a few kicks about mid-air reception.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes, and it's all happening down there.
They'll start this drive at their 41-yard line. Pitches the heater left sideline, and that's a gain of 7 on the play.
Quincy Carter let that one fly across the field, yet somehow he nailed his receiver. It takes a strong run to make that happen.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down, 3 yards to go. The third down.
Julius Jones laid down hard and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for a situation being very trouble during the first.
Second down and 4 wideouts in the game.
So far, he's got 55 yards and 2 receptions.
Incompletions keep piling up, and even here in the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be improving.
Not at all. They're just not getting it together. The timing, the lack of protection, nothing.
It's ready to push this away. To 21. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. The Ravens have had real problems turning the ball over. They'll need to buck the trend on this drive, which starts at their own 21-yard line. Brown goes in motion. That brings up second down.
Second and 5. Ball at the Ravens. 45 yards.
Offense is always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that. Wheatley picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Ball at the Ravens. 32 yards out.
Brown puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete. It will be first down.
This time, they just handled beautiful. Wonder on the defense is making relevant. You can make accurate throws like that's the whole field starts to open up for him.
That's his cross, deep ball connection, and he is really using his arm to its fullest so far.
Boy, he's just on.
First down.
Very nice. Made a small throw to defender's rookie and then just still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were three guys around it.
They say Dolphins come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. Maybe mildly annoying, but definitely not bad.
Another completion, and he's definitely shaping up to be a major factor in this game.
It's only the second quarter still, but if he can keep it up, he can have a particularly impressive game.
Line goes in motion. Holds this on the left. He connects with the plane, and he's stopped right there. It looks like, he's had an injury down in the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. For a third time in a row, and picks up a couple. One man to beat. The point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Cundiff rockets this one deep. Vargas decides to take it out of the end zone.
I like those steps. Great receiving yards.
Pocket goes in motion. Picks up a couple. Flashes it on the left side, and it's intercepted. Touchdown, that's the 34.
Dexter Coughlin got an interception off that last play by having the ball tip right into his hand.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some. So far, got 2 interceptions.
Cowboys offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at the 34-yard line. For a first down and a whole lot more. First down, one down. Continue to run. Fourth down and the field goal unit is on the field.
Billy Condit was an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
The field goal will give them a little momentum going into the half.
Absolutely. It's all tied up and essentially we're back at 0-0 to start the second half. Billy Condit picking up for the foul.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Condit takes this one away. Gabriel passes it back at the 5. At the 32.
A very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Raiders offense takes the field with the clock at 14. Tackled at the 50.
These hunters are going to think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Peter has his second interception, and what a game he's having so far.
Unbelievable. He's all pumped up down there.
The Cowboys offense takes the field with the clock at 9.
Viridian Smith came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
They're working on him right now, and it looks like he should be ready to come back in very soon. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Susie. This one leads the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Cowboy has a report.
Thank you, Dan. The trainers have just informed me that he's got a severe headache at the moment. They're looking at him right now. He seems to be in serious pain. The official word on his return, doubtful. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Susie. So that'll bring the first half of football to a close as the clubs head to the locker room all time. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Raiders should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started on this one early in the first quarter. Rick Loose Cannon connected with his man on this one. The 23-yard touchdown for the Raiders. The Raiders strike first and go up by 7. The boys later in the first. The incomparable Rod Woodson shows some great awareness here as he gets himself in a position to pick this one off. Raiders towards the end of the first quarter. Raiders winning by 7. Bruce Thornton would come up with a huge play here. He was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. They even the score, 7-all. The Raiders have it off an interception. Rick Loose Cannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The 28-yard touchdown for the Raiders. Raiders leading 14-7. Quincy Carter would find his target on this one. The boys now early in the second quarter. The ball at their own 24. Philip Buchanan was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Raiders still in the second quarter. Raiders out in front by 10. Darren Woodson would come up with a big play to kill a drive, but he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Raiders middle of the second. Dexter Giant Coakley is leading the quarterback drive all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Raiders up 17-7. Roy Williams was in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Raiders late into the second quarter, already inside field goal range. King Hunter is leading the quarterback drive all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Touchdown for the Cowboys. The Raiders, after a red zone stop, Raiders leading by 3. Dexter Giant Coakley has come up with a big play to kill a drive, but he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The boys late in the second quarter. Quincy Carter would find his target on this one. That set up an easy 24-yard field goal. And that's where we'll leave this one. Raiders are keeping it even up. We're tied 17-all. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Tim Brown has been unstoppable. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Cowboys get the ball first to start the second half, and they will have a chance to break the deadlock. It's all tied up here. Now, let's get to the game. Picks it up to begin the second half. Dickerson down pitch in the end zone for a touchdown. The Cowboys will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Second down, tight end to the left.
physical and tough for him. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day. So far, he's struggled to get 80 yards and no touchdowns. Charles Woodson is a little too physical with his man here. As you can see, he gets the flag for it, too. Yeah, that's a good pass interference call. He was all over that receiver. First and 10.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, 10 yards to go. Incomplete.
Rod Woodson, the man got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
A nice defensive play will get in the second batted ball off again.
Great read.
To 31. First down.
Gary Glenn has a chance to get a huge gain here and grabs it with both hands. Or both feet, actually, covering a lot of ground after making that catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way.
Bring up second down. Second down to the gains about 3 yards.
Viridian Smith made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
They hold pretty firm there, and they've got to do it again on second down.
And make sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Another battered ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Right, Dan. You know, why does it defend the pass when he was delivering?
Fourth down and less than enough.
Sam Hutchinson makes his high snap perfectly. Sets up the ball. There's the kick, and it's good. 3 points.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Kicks this one away.
Chicago
Fields the kickoff at
Very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Raiders offense comes out and finds themselves losing for the first time in the game. This drive will start at their own 28-yard line. And gains about 3 yards.
That win. What's the heck? Inside of his helmet.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D. Look at all the interceptions there.
Rice goes in motion. The incompletion. It'll be 4th down.
Steve Hunter managed to disrupt him. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
That's his 3rd bat ball. And he is doing his part. That is for sure.
Nice to see a aggressive D like that, though.
Fleckler lines up to contact with the 3-1. Fleckler takes the snap and pummels this one deep. But Smith fields the deep pass after that team. 24.
Deep by a beauty of a kick there. By the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
Cowboy will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at their own 24-yard line. That has potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down. This drive begins at their 44-yard line. Crockett didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Zach Crockett put himself in the right place back there, coming across the middle, but the catch was elusive, no doubt.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll make out second down. Wheatley goes in motion. Maybe picks up one on the play. It looks like, we've had an injury down in the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Downfield. That's a great catch. It's all about being in the right place at the right time, Dan. Perfect execution. Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter? I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays in the midfield. You can't help them. Wheatley goes in motion. It's off. Incomplete. Dennis Newman, great coverage, very smart. As a result, the pass was incomplete. And has potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down. Good denial there. Second down coming up. Second and 10. Ball at 39. Picks up a couple. Holding, number 80, Walker. 10-yard penalty. That's offensive holding right there. Good call. How could they do that? They were in field goal range and they could have closed the gap. Instead, the penalty knocks them out of field goal range. First down from the shotgun. And he picks up 9. Hopefully, he the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Talbot has a report. Susie?
Thanks to him, I got in touch with the team doctor, and apparently he's suffering from a pulled bicep. He's currently getting iced down on the sideline here, and unfortunately, seems to be in substantial pain. His return is questionable.
Greg Ellis set this offense back a few with that sack. You know, if there's such a thing as inside momentum, they're feeling it.
That'll be his first sack of the game.
Stop when he had to.
That's tackle number 6 for him. Good game so far.
Definitely.
What down and the field goal unit is on the field. Janikowski kicks it from 35 yards. Bickerstaff goes out for a touchback. Bickerstaff down fish in the end zone for a touchback. Cowboys stalled early last drive, and they have to wait and see what happens here. They start at the long 20-yard line. That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, three wideouts in the game. Start this drive already in field goal position, and they're going to line up at the 34-yard line. Unloads this one to left, and this one is incomplete.
Gordon Williams looked like he had a solid catch there, yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's sure not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll bring up second down.
Got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another battered ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Why sit and defend the pass when you can overload it?
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. The 34.
Rick Cannon is feeling some pressure as he lets this one go, which is why it zings right into the defender's reach. He wishes he had that one back.
Another throw that was picked off, and this game is turning into a nightmare for him.
Well, he better wake up.
The Cowboys were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We start at the 34-yard line.
Oh, look at those guys. That's how to get it done as it runs.
They get the first on 3rd and long.
First down, Quincy Carter. Reinforced a dynamite pass there with 2 defenders on the prowl.
Really incredible accuracy, but I'll tell you, that's got to sting if you're on the defense.
Right, Dano. They could have brought 8 guys in on that play. Would have made a difference.
And another connection downfield for Barry Green.
He's an Army African father in all shoulders for those guys. He's not looking at his top guy anymore.
And that will bring up 2nd down.
Second and 3.
It will be so down. Third down. That's the single receiver.
Wilson made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
His 2nd tackle so far. Number 1 gets ready to punt this away. Catches it at the 15. Raiders bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 16-yard line. Second down, right into the left. Jolly goes in motion.
Tony Dixon was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice fumble tackles.
So far, he's got 5 tackles.
Cannon throws a bullet to the back. He connects with the 19, and he stopped right there. Norton with the tackle. That will bring up 4th down.
Bruce Gordon targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to line of scrimmage.
Another big stop on defense, and that will be 2 losses in a row. Fleckler lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Fleckler takes the snap and fumbles.
It was like trying to single page on a warm piece. It doesn't make much of a difference.
Cowboys send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their 30-yard line. Number one lines up the punt after the 3-and-out. The Raiders have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their 32-yard line. Brown goes in motion. It looks like we had an injury down in the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. That will bring up fourth down. Is relentless here, and he chases the ball carrier into the backfield. He closes in. There's the hit. You know, that reminds me of this nature show I saw on TV. Yeah. We're running on the outside of the show over the Serengeti. Yeah, but at least another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book. He is the 26. It was like carrying a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent. The Cowboys haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get that back up too. This drive begins at the line, 26 yards. Really strong. Got a little help from his friends on that play, Dan. They gave him the space he needed to make the play. Great blocking up front. Either what a nice pickup to get them into a second and third situation. Great play. Gains 3 yards, and that brings up first down. First down, Cowboys. First and 10. Is complete at the 44, and he stopped right there. Very Glenn had a man's lane and close back there, but he made a great move to get the catch. Another short catch, and that's what he's been utilizing him today. The short routes have been open, and he's been exploiting it. So, 3 quarters in the books now, and they're all tied.
Although there are today's injuries and both teams have lost some players, this is when the bench needs to step up and do their job.
Third down with two tight ends to the right.
Well, it's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Cowboys start this drive in great field position at the 39-yard line. Taken up earlier, and I hear Susie Salvo has a report for you. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Well, after talking with the team doctors, it appears that he's got a broken hand. They're sizing him for a brace, but progress is slow at best. I've been told that his return is questionable. Back to you, Dan.
And that will bring up first down.
First down, Cowboys. First and 10.
Catches the heater left sideline, and it's good for a gain of 10 on the play.
Quincy Carter played this pass in beautifully, rendering the defense irrelevant. When you can make accurate throws like that, the whole field starts to open up for you.
Another short pass, convert on third down.
Keyshawn Johnson took his long attempt to school on that last play, making the catch with relative ease.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he had a string of missed catches before that. And the quarterback obviously didn't mistake him in that game because he kept throwing his way. Second down, goal to go.
Antonio Brown faces down 2 defenders.
on that touchdown, Peter, and they have to be happy with their performance on that drive.
Yeah, great call and great execution.
It's good. There's the signal, and we're in. Picks up. Harwood passes it back at the 20.
And a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Raiders were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 30-yard line. This one and it's incomplete.
Tony Dixon disrupting. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great D.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
No good. Incomplete.
Very deep catch there. And as a receiver, you have to carry your weight and make the play. They don't come much more catchable than that one.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much blame on him for that.
That would have been a tough catch.
And throws a hater away. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to. You can't hope so. First down, one man down. It will be first down. It looks like we've had an injury going on here. As soon as we get an injury, we'll be good. Carter goes in motion. Has his number called on first down. What a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Priestley carries the pass three and barely picks up the first down. First down. This is the seventh play of the drive. They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 6.
Will bring up fourth down.
Chris Thornton managed to disrupt it. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great D.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great lead.
That's his third field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless those 9 points are coming to like Carlin.
Interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they've had to punt it away. They've got to put a few longer drives together and get into the end zone. Eric Bickerstaff took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, it's out close to the 20. So it all comes out in the wash on that one.
For a first down.
Quincy Carr dissected the double coverage with a pass that was prettier than a stadium full of cheerleaders.
Nice pass, Peter, and he's really lining up the stat sheet.
Oh, you got it. So far, he's got 169 yards and 1 touchdown.
First down, 2 yards outside the field. Carry number 5 gets past the line. 34.
Philip Buchanan with the back. Second and 6. Very blank. And company on this play, but he still makes the catch. That's good concentration and focus. It's worth another look. Maybe they should have triple covered him there.
Another short catch, and that's what they've been utilizing today.
The short outs have been open, and the offense scored.
For about 5.
They're finishing up putting the brakes on him, and it looks like he should be ready to come back in soon. Back to you, fellas.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Thank you.
in there. And sure, it seemed like the defense read that from the beginning, and they forced the other line with Riley Levine. Beautiful play by the Duke to win it. And they forced down. And the line goes up to the cover. The snap, and check what will be a second. Return, fair catch is it at the 17.
Fair catch interference, number 36.
Raiders send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their 32-yard line. Williams steps away on the coverage, incomplete.
Roy Williams got that pass down. And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
And had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Tyrone Woodley used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Well, not much of a gain there, and they will change third down.
Third and long, big play coming up.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Yet again, he wears it out and finds his man. He's putting up some incredible numbers today. Here's the pick.
But you know he's 10 yards away from him. It looks like he doesn't even see it. Except this one, over 400 yards to the game. He's got a little bit. And of course, got him on that last play, but didn't make the catch. Incomplete.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much on him for that.
That would have been a tough catch.
Come on, Gary!
Second and 10.
For the first down.
This game throws into a crowd here and by some miracle gets a completion out of it. I don't know how that happened, Dan. Let's have another look.
There you go. Well, the D-man covered, and he just couldn't get to the ball in time. A perfect pass. That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working inside too much.
Well, it's obviously great.
Jackson was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle. Another tackle, and it seems like we're always calling his name. What a hitting machine in the secondary. Making throwing his right back there. These hunters knew exactly where the ball was going on that last play. Texas some great single zone coverage. His positioning got him the interception. Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far. Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes, and it's all happening down there. Any better than his catcher on the inside of his helmet. Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get. Right, Dan. You know, one super defender pass when you get obliterated. Down. Quincy Carter has little problem completing this pass. He makes it look so easy, and he can take so much money, Dan. It makes you wonder. And there he is with the kick. Well, look, you got an easy job, Peter, and you made a lot of money. What's the difference? The difference is you know what to do. Nice job picking off the pass there. He got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little runback. If you couldn't ask for more from him today, he has done his part. And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions. The Raiders had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 43-yard line. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. Very right. There's the target, even though he has 3 guys closing in on him. What a play. They've been saying his name a lot today, and with good reason. He has not slacked off at all. And he's finishing really strong, too. To stop him from making plays. Not much there. It'll be 2nd down. I think if you can get there, but they were hoping for more. Well, those are some impressive numbers. Look at those receiving yards. Incompletion. Roy Williams came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception. On 2nd down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up 3rd down. Nice pressure that time. 3rd down. Clock is started at 1:57. this is a nice interception.
His position out to make the grab.
Got it. Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
Cowboys start this drive of the game pretty well in the one territory, and the clock at 1:52. Third down with a split back. Number one lines up to punt after the 3-and-out.
Well, Buchanan came out of getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Raiders will start this drive here midfield with a punt at 1:31. Continues to tick down. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. This pass will fall harmlessly into the ground, and it's incomplete. Third down, the clock is stopped at 1:02. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The Lord Lover wanted that pass away right.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short. You have to run those routes harder in that situation.
they will forfeit the ball on down.
Tony Dixon.
What a play, I tell you. What a stop on fourth down. It's worth another look.
Oh, huge tackle, huge play.
They had the right idea there, going for it, trying to put the ball in the end zone, but they couldn't convert.
It was the right time to roll the dice, Dan, but this time the house wins and they turn it over. Dan, this game is over. There's no way for the D to stop the clock, and the offense is just going to sit in the back of the end zone.
23. For my partners, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN video game post-game wrap-up. The Cowboys stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Terry Glenn found a soft spot on the defense and worked to his advantage. That set up a 39-yard field goal. After driving 38 yards on 8 plays, Sebastian Janikowski would come on and connect on the field goal try. Connect on their second field goal. Game tied 20 all. Philip Buchanan is leading the quarterback guys all the way as he's able to get a chance on this one to pick it off. The Raiders on D, Steve Buncher, would come up with a big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Game tied 20 all. Algernon Singleton was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The boys have it off an interception. Ball at the 9. Quincy Carter would put this pass right where it needed to be. An 8-yard touchdown for the Cowboys. The Raiders answering right back. Raiders down by 7. Rick Gannon is back to throw. When he gets an opportunity to step up, these are the kind of throws he makes. This was a big one. They climb back into the game, now down by 4. Quincy Carter connected with his man on this one. Cowboys winning 27-23. Steve Buncher was in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shift. The boys, after a red zone stop, the incomparable Ron Woodson come up with a big play to kill a drive. He was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Raiders, after getting an interception, Raiders losing by 4. Jack Wynn come up with a big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Raiders again have it. Rick Gannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Cowboys squeaked out a win, 27-23. Now let's take a sec to chat with our player of the game. Guy who seemed to be all over the field on defense and came up with big play after big play. Steve Buncher was kind enough to give us a moment of his time, and he's on the field with Susie Collins. Susie?
Thanks, Chris. You really came up big, and you won a close game today. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
Well, honestly, most of my ability's not been blessed with today, and fell in place after that. You know, when I get going like I did today, the other team's in trouble. It's as simple as that.
Back to you, Chris.
That concludes our presentation of the NFL preseason on ESPN, celebrating its 25th anniversary as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. See you next time. Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, get to draw up a blueprint for beautiful football weather. This gotta be it. Picture perfect autumn day for football. Some leaves outside the stadium. Dan, Peter, Susie, you're going to enjoy it. Cincinnati Bengals, Oakland Raiders.
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles, they'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. With me, as usual, is Peter O'Keefe. Peter, looking at the players on the field, one stands out and he plays quarterback. What that means for who you look for in the game, he's going to be a pivotal part of that game. You better watch out. He's likely to make some big plays. We'll see how he does once the game begins, Peter, but first, let's go with the coin toss. There's the signal, and we're ready. been a little risky. He gets out close to the plate, so it all comes down to the wash on that one. The Raiders get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Wheatley goes in motion. For a first down. Very nice. That's a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf. Incomplete. Corey James got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it. Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays tough. That will bring up second down. Second down, run that back. Will bring up third down. Corey James with the tackle. Time to make a change. Third down to go. It's the first time that goes deep and he makes the big completion. Like with that series for the team stopper, well, they always lose their teams too, but there's still a lot of game left. Brown goes in motion. Neal gets away on the coverage, incomplete. Big asset for the team at 5'10", 196, and the ability to get a hand on the ball and knock it down. Great play. Second down, tight end to the left. And if we can back up a moment, that was a great play breaking up that pass attempt. Plays like that show White Delta here when the first down taking a foul back in Houston. He is just so athletic on it. In fact, he's had an NFL record for years back by picking up 4 passes in one game. Corner grabs the bullet and tries to get free. Out of bounds at the 38. Will get credited with the tackle on the fourth down. It'll be fourth down. Terrell Roberts puts his man off the field with a great defensive effort back there. He got a few yards to cross the 30. The defense lets them get a bunch of yards, but there's still a lot left on their plate. I think they have an opportunity to conversion. Fourth down in hand. Leckler takes the long snap and punts it away. One at the 11. Fourth down and the 13. Peter Ward fielded the ball, and although he was dropped pretty quickly, that terrible kick gives him some good field position. The Bengals have a long field ahead of them and start this drive back at their own 13-yard line. Johnson goes in motion. Early, we need to let him get back to the line of scrimmage. made well past the markers for a first down. And had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, 10 yards to go. Catches the bullet out left and is at the 35. At the 16. That will bring up first down.
DJ Viridian faces down 3 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
Peter, what a fantastic play. Well, I tell you, it looks like there's more than one way to make the chain gang get some exercise.
And let me tell you, they could use it. Come on, fellas, for this sprinter stuff.
Use up 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Second down with the tight end right. They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down. That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
Normally, he's pretty sure-handed.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. From 29 yards, he takes the lead.
Shane Grant gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
Number 17, kicking it.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Right, Markets this one deep. Cardinals down this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Raiders and their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 20-yard line. Choose up about 4 on the play.
Janet, can you deal with that? Then 6.
Joe Gardner with a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Fourth down coming up.
Touched on this play and just lost the quarterback. And where was the O-line, Dan? Did they just give up? Oh, the quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
That'll be his first sack of the game.
Look at last year's stats. That's a lot of quarterback losers there.
Takes the snap and punts it away. Warwick here's the punt. The Bengals start this one on the center logo at the 46-yard line. Second down.
Eric Steinbach with some great blocking on that last play, opening up the hole for the ball carrier.
Either one a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation. Great play. Now there's a bunch of options on what to play next. Second down and less than a minute.
Defense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Well, the face mask back there, but it was kind of iffy. That's a 5-yard penalty and a right call.
First and 10.
Well past the markers for a first down.
Chad Johnson had 3 guys covering him on this play, and he still had a catch. I don't know if it was a good effort by him or a bad one by the defense. It could have been both. Oh, it's hard to believe that play worked.
First and 10.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
I think this is a good game, but they were hoping for more.
Second down,
6'2", 303, and a strong presence on the field. This guy knows how to keep an eye on the ball and hone in on it like a heat-seeking missile.
it'll be first and goal.
Carson Palmer just attacked 2 defenders on this one. What a throw! It's worth a second look. That's what you call confidence. Throwing into double coverage like that, and what accuracy to boot.
Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't touch that.
Kelly is in motion. try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 20-yard line. First down.
Jerry Rice faces double coverage on this play. It still comes out with the ball. Nice throw and nice catch. Let's take a look. They had him covered well, but he was still able to make the catch. That's a great receiver.
James makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Corey James managed to disrupt things. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Check out those interceptions over his career. What a ball!
This one to the left side. Could move it to 35, and he's stopped right there. First down.
Rich Gannon was dangerous late in that play. They're attacking the double coverage, but the throw was on target. Good on that.
And Taylor, that time, those guys really had a height advantage on the other.
Yeah, and sometimes when you call yourself locked in a matchup like that, it simply becomes a question of who wants the ball more. There you go, then. First down, two receivers to the left. Right, goes in motion.
It's a yard on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 8. And a bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and it's still going to nick it.
Gannon throws a bullet to the front.
He's now got 59 yards on 4 catches.
Wheatley gets the call on first down and picks up a couple.
This is it. All right, what did you get? Okay, all right. I can counter.
For a first down.
Jerry Rice is in the catch despite being covered by 2 defenders. Yeah, I guess you just can't be intimidated, Dickerson. Oh yeah, it's all about being focused. He had his eye on the ball the whole time. He knew where he had to be.
That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really found his niche in there.
Yeah, unless he starts getting shut down, there's no reason for him to move out of it.
Brown goes in motion. This is the line. Back down at the 6. He was so close, he could have made that into a wooden cross. Well, unfortunately, the game will never go for sure. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Marcus this one deep. Watson decides to take it out of the end zone.
Well, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the play, so ball comes out in the wash on that play.
The Bengals were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the line, 31-yard line. He's up about 4 on the play.
Derek Henson with the ball.
He's made well past the markers for a first down.
Chad Johnson has a small crowd of defenders working him and yet still make a catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around it.
They say bad things get in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. It was mildly annoying, but definitely not bad.
A well-designed play that appeared, and he removed the chain.
Great execution.
And that'll do it for football number 1, and we're all time. Interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
The Raiders have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at the 43-yard line. Brown goes in motion. Wheatley picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down. Second down, 1 man down. Rifles this one to the end zone, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Delta O'Neal with a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the catch.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up a 3rd and long. Third down, 11 yards to go. Second tackle so far. 4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. With a 21
There's the kick, and it's good.
They'll take the 3 points, but they're hoping for 7.
That's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
There's the signal. Game winner. Brings up duty here. The Bengals start early last night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here at the lone 30-yard line. Made well past the markers for a 1st down.
Chad Johnson played this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just ridiculous.
Eddie Johnson just hasn't gotten into his lead and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he struggled to get 24 yards on 12 carries.
2nd down with a split back.
Great presence of mind to strive for the football.
It's their 3rd interception of the game, and Peter, the D is honing in on the passing game. Tough play, I love it. The Raiders will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at the 34-yard line. Wheatley takes his 13th carry of the game and picks up a couple.
You've covered this before. You know the plan. You know what to do. Stick to the plan.
Watch the counter! Watch the counter! Counter!
Cannon throws a bullet to the flat and runs out at the 31.
Rich Gannon played the pass perfectly
the coverage.
It's all about accuracy in that situation.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. There you go. Well, the D had him covered, and they just couldn't get to the ball in time. A perfect pass. That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle.
Coach obviously very confident in playing the well defensively. He's daring to beat and stop him.
And he flings it to the right side, and it's off. Incomplete.
Tyrone Rico mopped an almost guaranteed catch there, and as a receiver, you have to carry your weight and make the play. That's how much more catchable than that one.
He couldn't hold on to that one, and maybe that's why they don't score him very much.
Now, he's not a little bit of target out of that.
Kane puts it away on the cover, and they're incomplete.
Corey James wanted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting it.
Nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there. And
Third down, 1 man down.
He's up over the century mark. He's going to play today.
Here's the extra point. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a lot of efficiency there. And when they do score, you can see that it's the field goal variety. They need to punch it in if they want a shot.
Bengals have had real problems turning the ball over. They'll need to buck the trend on this drive. It stops at the 120-yard line. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Carson Palmer is really struggling out there, but as you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up and out, he's got 123 yards and 3 receptions.
Unlocking you upstairs and the 35. That will bring up first down.
Chad Johnson makes the catch, but watch here what he does after the completion. Caught, and now fight for more yards. You can't post it.
Another great catch, and Peter, he's been working that right side of the field with good success.
Yeah, looks like he's found a weakness in there. He's going to explode. Johnson has a motion.
Second down with the tight end right.
Working hard, but only has 29 yards on 14 carries.
Forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
Asunuga couldn't have read that play any better if it was accurate on the inside of his helmet.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease. Beautiful play by the defensive line. And fourth down. Looking for the eyes up to the top.
The 27. It'll be Cannon. Warned by the kicking team before he got very far. And that punt pretty much goes unanswered.
Raiders come out on offense and are well ahead. They have yet another shot to score and start this drive at their own 37-yard line. Brown didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Brown positioned himself on the outside back there, but the ball didn't position itself in his hand. No catch.
Another incompletion out left, and it appears that side of the field has not been kind to them at all.
Not at all. They're going to go somewhere else. This is just a matchup.
The call on second down, and Lee picks up one on the play.
Tyrone Rico powered forward with the football thanks to some initial blocking. The problem was they couldn't keep that push going for very long.
Well, not much of a game there, and the reface third down.
Third and 9 and again. Big play coming up.
Brown goes in motion. First down, two wideouts on the field. Maybe picks up one on the play. The 46. Now the extra point, and it's good. This was not the end for a first touchdown. Bengals offense takes the field, and the running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at their own 20-yard line. And the ball is caught at the 27. No one in front of him. 35, 25, 15, 5, 8.
He's going to make the catch. Right there, but that's only the beginning. Look at him chew up the yardage.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself, and he usually meets it. Number 17 to attempt the extra point. Carl Richardson holds it.
The point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Rockets this one deep. Cardinals down this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Raiders offense takes the field, and they have been very effective through the air. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Brown is in motion. Runs into traffic, crosses the field, at 24.
But it's unclear whether they're connected the team enough for him to come back in. The official word on it is saying, doubtful. Dan, back to you.
Pass for deep. First down for the Browns.
It's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Bengals offense passed the score here. This drive will start at the 33-yard line. Choose up about 4 on the play. Will bring up 3rd down.
One step brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
That's his 2nd tackle so far. 3rd down. Just a single receiver. In the flat and they convert on 3rd down. To 26.
Carson Palmer decided at the last moment to scramble back there, and it worked out. 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, they tried for the first, but it's gained well by the defense. That will bring up 4 yards to go. Connected to 20, and he's stopped right there. 1st down.
Brandon Moore getting double coverage there, but it wasn't enough to stop him from making the catch.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. Last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
This time he scores on track. And also great receiving yards. With the football, focusing the mental block and Palmer Mills will keep that push going from very low.
Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if you can get there, but they were kind of open from there.
And he's in for the score.
3 guys covered him, but look what happened. Incredible catch.
That touchdown will bring them within striking distance of the lead.
Yeah, big point, Stan. They did exactly what they needed to there.
It's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Holmes up Judy here.
Tigers.
Tries to pull it out of the end zone. Interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turn the ball over and reach out of it. And you have to think that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Justin Fargus not out close to the 20 on that one, so we can think you take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off. Given the good news,
The Raiders offense comes out on the field, and they have found themselves in a shot. Touchdown was drive at their own 25-yard line. Second down, just a single receiver on the field. The clock continues to run.
Rodgers back is targeting the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today. I know he's getting some nice numbers out of it.
So far, he's got 6 tackles.
Bengals take their first time out. Lines up the punt after the 3-and-out. Takes the long snap and pummels this one deep. Warwick fields the hook.
I don't know if the things were too there, but after that kind of green start, it was like trying to see the page for a war and peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Bengals offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their 38-yard line. Knocked away from the receiver, incomplete. The attendant was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culver has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. Well, after talking to the team doctor, it appears that he's got a broken nose. They're cleaning him up right now. His progress is slow at best. I've been told that his return is questionable. Dan?
Thanks, Susie. Second down from wide. Great defensive play. They ran that play the whole way, and they forced the third and very That will bring up fourth down.
Rod Wilson, maybe he got a hand on that football and he left no catch for a reception.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their fifth.
Some of Buchanan back take a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the front a little bit.
The Raiders offense takes the field with the clock at 4. Inman throws a high, long one to the right. It's stopped at the 33, and he's stopped right there.
There he was. 3 guys covering him. But look what happened.
Incredible catch. Balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, there aren't any receivers willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Raiders with a small lead, 20-17. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over. All right, Steve. Interesting game at the head. Get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. A look inside the numbers from our first set. A look at the discrepancy in sacks thus far. The Bengals could be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. See if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started on this one. Early in the first quarter, Rick Loose Cannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The Bengals early in the first quarter, T.J. Houston's data was definitely a key, as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. That sent up a 30-yard field goal. The Bengals midway through the first, Bengals ahead by 3. Philip Buchanan was in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Raiders ended the first quarter. Rick Loose Cannon connected with his man on this one. That set up an extra point like 19-yard field goal. Game time, 3-all. Napoleon Harris is leading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get a chance on this one to pick it off. The Bengals later on in the second quarter, ball at their own 36. Nandi Asamuga is in the right place at the right time, and his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Raiders, after getting an interception, Raiders up by 3. Loose Cannon would find his target on this one. They're now up by 10. The Raiders have it again. Doug Jolly came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 43-yard touchdown for the Raiders. Raiders out in front, 20-3. Peter Warren emerged as a real weapon and pulled one in his 80-yard touchdown for the Bengals. The Bengals climb back to the game, now down by 10. Raiders late in the second quarter. Delta Dawn O'Neal come up with a big play to kill a drive, as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Bengals still lead in the second quarter. Bengals behind by 10. Carson Palmer will find his target on this one. They climb back into the game, now down by 3. Raiders' last play of the half. Rick Loose Cannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Raiders are locked in a defensive struggle, 20-17. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Rick Loose Cannon has played outstanding. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast, presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Bengals will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 20-17. Let's get down to the field and the action. Keeps the second half kickoff away. Watson found this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Bengals bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. There's a motion.
little more of a nice little run back.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has earned his spot.
And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
The Raiders have an extremely short field ahead of them as they will start this drive at the 14-yard line. Herring gets it away on the coverage, incomplete.
And Herring came in and got a hand on that football. He left no chance for a reception.
You know that as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Second down, both wideouts to the right. Nice display of agility there. He put the right amount of moves on the D.
Great matchup. And the offense won that one.
Watson down this in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards.
For a first down.
Chad Johnson has the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about scooping your turf.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last 3 passes to him have all been incomplete. Struggling a bit with this one.
So close to his assignment, he could have taken his calls for him. Incomplete pass.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Incomplete pass.
On second down, they fight for the first, but it's played well by the defense.
Great presence of mind to fly for the football there.
Another interception for his stats today. Remember, when I've seen a defensive